Hi, I'm Ringo, and today I'm going to show you how to make organic curry chicken Jamaican style. Over here, if you look, see I got an organic chicken. See where it say organic? That's important. You don't want to eat the regular chicken anymore. It's really not good for you. I'm going to show you how to clean this chicken and season it. Right now, I'm going to cut the chicken up. But me personally, I like to take the skin off of the chicken. I don't always like to keep the skin on the chicken. This is just an easy way that I find to cut it up. Just put the knife through, aiming upward into the breast, and hold back the two wings, and just slice it forward. It comes apart real easy. And just hold it right here, and put the knife down into the neck part, where the back is, and just slice it down the middle, and it's cut in two. Now at this point I like to take out the liver and the kidney and that. Okay, I usually take the skin off the chicken, and this process might seem hard to some people, but it's really easy. Also, I don't always take off the backbone because I kind of like it when I'm stewing it down in the curry. I like the bone, gives it a lot of flavors. At this point I just kind of cut it right here. And another thing, you really do need a real sharp knife. I take the leg off, just find the joint, come right off. I usually come here, chop it, that comes off. I like to keep my curry chicken pieces kind of small too. So I cut this in half. Always like to wash it with some vinegar. So I pour a little in there, and then I turn on some cold water, and I just start washing it. I like to pat the chicken dry. So I'm using organic all-purpose seasoning. I highly recommend it. I'm going to pour it all over. How much of it to put on? At this point I'm probably putting on about 5 to 6 tablespoons to this one whole chicken that I cut up. And it looks like a lot of chicken, but it's just a whole chicken. It's actually a 3-pound whole chicken, so it's not that much. And the way I usually put my seasoning on is I like to just watch and see the whole thing being covered. Once it's covered, I know it's seasoned right. Once I see I covered everything. Now I'm going into the curry powder. And a lot of people don't know the best curry powder to me personally is Blue Mountain curry powder. You can't go wrong. So work with that. And again, same process, but I usually use my lid, but I'm going to use this big tablespoon right here and show you. So we'll watch how much tablespoons I put on. Just enough to cover it. So that's one. That's two. About 2.5 tablespoons. Now at this point, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to do it today. Because I got quite a few of these. I grow them in my own backyard. Actually, my wife grows them. But we got Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm going to cut it up. And you can watch the seeds, because the seeds are really, really hot. Let's put it in there. You should smell this. It's wafting up into my face right now. And this is just how yours should look. This is just what you're looking for. Everything just like this so far. Now here's that secret marinade I was telling you about. I like to put a little cooking oil right on top to help marinate this chicken. This might seem like a lot, but it really isn't. How much did I put on? Maybe about 3 tablespoons. About 3 tablespoons. I'm eyeballing it. But it's going to help to marinate the chicken. Notice I didn't add any salt. It's not really necessary at this point. So here we're going to start marinating. Just massage the chicken. And you notice I'm wearing gloves. That's for the purpose of the Scotch bonnet pepper, number 1. Number 2, I don't really want to have the curry stain on my hand for the whole day tomorrow, all night tonight. This is going to marinate in the refrigerator overnight, and we'll have this cooked up tomorrow. We're out. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and start the curry chicken process. Again, this is the way I do my curry chicken. Not everybody does it this way, but I like to do it this way because I like to keep my chicken whole and let it be more presentable. This is what I do. I start frying pieces of curry chicken. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm not going to overcrowd the pot, but I am going to put enough pieces in there so I can probably make 2 things of it and fry. About 3 minutes on each side. Just we're sealing in all the juices here. We're creating a texture on this chicken that's going to hold together when I start to stew it in its curry liquid and broth or curry stew. With this method, everything keeps its shape. Nothing is going to be mushed up, and it's all going to look nice and presentable. So I just fried my first batch of my curry chicken, and that's just what you want to see. A couple of dark spots on there, nice and fried. You see everything's held together quite well, but yet it's brown. On the side here I got some onions that I'm putting together. A couple of my Scotch bonnet peppers. I keep mine in the freezer. They grow so much I can't eat them all one time. So what I don't eat right away I freeze. And I'm gonna go with a whole onion. I'm gonna go with a little piece of green bell pepper. That gives a nice little flavor also. I'm gonna go with a little bit of garlic, which I'll bundle up and put together in a second. And I'm definitely gonna have some fresh thyme in there. No Caribbean cooking is complete without fresh thyme. Thyme, garlic, scallion, onion, Scotch bonnet pepper, and occasional pimento seed here and there. That always works too. My chicken is finished browning. I poured off my oil, and now I'm gonna add my onions and my green bell pepper in there. I'm getting up all the bits and pieces on the bottom of the pan, and that, of course, you know, that's where my flavor is. I'm getting all my flavor out of there with these onions sweating in there now. The bell pepper. As soon as it's cooked down enough, about another 2 minutes, I'll add my garlic, and then I'll throw my chicken back in there. So my chicken's back in, and at this point I'm going to stir it up a little bit. It's looking right. It's exactly what I want to see. Now I'm going to take the pan that the chicken was marinated in, fill that with water. And get all the curry out of there. I'm going to proceed to cover my chicken with water. Not too much, just enough to stew. So we're making gravy now, curry gravy. And that's just what you want to see right there, just like that. So at this point, we'll drop in that bundle of thyme. And we're going to be bold today. We're going to drop in one of these Scotch bonnet peppers. We like that. That's just how we want to see it. And we're going to put this lid on. And give it about 15-20 minutes. We'll come back and check on it. So our curry chicken is coming along. And it's doing just what it's supposed to do. It's stewing. And as you can see, it's just a little light in color. So I'd say at this point, it's fair to go ahead and add a couple of tablespoons of curry powder. That'll give it the color and the flavor and the body that we need. So we'll go with a couple of tablespoons of curry powder here. And stir that in. Watch that pepper. See, that pepper is in there, it stays at the top. You don't really want it to bust. I like my curry chicken to be well curried. I'm going to go ahead with another tablespoon of curry powder. And she's looking fantastic now. We'll wait another 10 minutes and then we'll give her a little taste. That's the color right there. So our chicken is looking beautiful. That's just what we want to look for. It's just how we want to see it. Just like that. Look at that. Still on the bone, and yet it's tender. Extremely tender. See? Fork tender almost. That's just where we want to be with it. So let's give it a little taste and see what it tastes like. That's good. Right hint of pepper, right amount of curry. Could use a little bit of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more of this organic all-purpose seasoning in there. Just a little dash, not much. I'm going to hit it with a little dash of kosher salt. I'd say about an eighth of a teaspoon, just to give it some flavor. At this point, I'm going to add in my potato pieces and my carrot pieces. I cut my potatoes about this size, so I'd say about an inch all the way around. I like to cut my carrots on a bias. It makes for a good presentation and it extracts some real good flavor from the carrots. Not everyone puts carrots in their curry chicken, but I do. I like the way it tastes and I like the way it looks. It's all about building as much flavor and as much body as you can in your stew. This is a curry chicken stew. And as you can see, it's looking beautiful already. Come on. Come on, somebody. Let me know. Let me know. It's looking good. Now we're going to cook this down. It's in about 15 minutes. It should be ready. We'll check it. That's it. Finished product. Curry chicken, rice and peas, and collard greens on the side. Potatoes are tender.